What's up, collectors? This is a comparison video of masterpiece scale Trailbreakers. On the left is FANSTOYS OUTRIDER, and on the right is X-TRANSBOTS TOON version AEGIS. Here are the two boxes. Here they are from the top, from the side, from the other side. This one says, "Be not afraid of going slow, be afraid only of standing still." Here they are from the back. The background description is not of Trailbreaker, it's of Tesla, which is FANSTOYS 2.0 Perceptor. So this is a error, I guess, made in haste when they were just trying to get this figure out. As you can see, for whatever reason, it does not say FANSTOYS on it. I guess they don't want to compete with Takara. And I guess legally this matters. It would have been funny if FANSTOYS would have just put like a bunch of question marks on the tape and stuff. X-TRANSBOTS boxes are always smaller and more compact, and that they have more accessories. FANSTOYS comes in a white styrofoam box in robot mode, and X-TRANSBOTS comes in a plastic clamshell in car mode. On the left is OUTRIDER instruction booklet with the card. On the right, this is AEGIS instruction booklet with a card. Booklet's much smaller, but both cards are of that hard plastic. Here are all the accessories that come with the FANSTOYS. A left hand, a satellite dish for the Jeep, a handgun, which is the only thing that X-TRANSBOT does not have, and 3 additional faces: stoic look and 2 yelling faces. These two are exactly the same, except this one, the face is longer, and here it has a longer chin, and here it's shorter. Same thing here, stoic face with a long chin, and then on the figure it's the same stoic face but with a shorter chin. Here's the X-TRANSBOT figure and all the accessories it brings. FANSTOYS left hand, X-TRANSBOT's left hand. Here's the X-TRANSBOT satellite dish in white. Here's the FANSTOYS in chrome. A laughing face, another stoic face. Here's a yelling face. Side mirrors for the Jeep. This is to change I think this gun over here, a different attachment. This log, I don't know what these are. Both have 3 additional faces, except X-TRANSBOT has a 4th face, which is the toy face. So it always brings that little something extra. Here the figures are from the front. The X-TRANSBOT's a little bit taller. It has a lighter gray, to where FANSTOYS looks black or like a dark charcoal gray. This is white. Here it's a very light gray. Look at them from the sides, from the back. This one's cleaner. Another side view. If you lift them up, the FANSTOYS is a bit heavier. It has die cast. X-TRANSBOTS also has die cast, but less. I think it's here on the shins, feet, and chest. And over here it's just on the knees. FANSTOYS has all this chrome. X-TRANSBOT has this white, brighter blue here, and the paint schemes are always, the paint application is always better on FANSTOYS. Also, you have more space between the head and these guns up here. On the FANSTOYS, it's more compact. It's right above. This moves up and down like that. You also have a swivel there like that. Here you have a articulation at the bottom, here in the middle, as well as here. 3 points. Where over here you have just some swivel there, and here as well. But here it's just forward and back, and then on a ball like that. So this just has a bit more articulation on this gun cannon. If you look at these figures for X-TRANSBOT from the side, here they have a very big, this comes out a lot, see? like that. You can't tell like that, but if you look at it from this angle, it's very noticeable. The way the X-TRANSBOTS was made, it's not done that way. It's flat and comes down. See? So I prefer this look. I like the more streamlined look here of the FANSTOYS. It has that, all their bots have that kind of like figure, robot, but also figure kind of aesthetic to it. Here, however, this would be actually more cartoon accurate. If you saw the toy, he seemed more jumbled with the skinny legs and then the bigger proportions up top. And the cartoon, he was illustrated more like this than like this. As a collector, you know, I was never a big Trailbreaker fan. And I was waiting for this because this figure's been waiting for years. This FANSTOYS Trailbreaker and their Blitzwing. So I was waiting to get this one, even though like I'm not a big Trailbreaker fan. But when I saw the price point that this was $190, I was like, you know what, forget that. I'm gonna buy the Trailbreaker. And it was 130. I got it for 125. About a month and a half later, this was on sale for $100, which would have been an even greater deal. So like I said, I paid 125 for this and 130 for this. I would not have paid 190 for this figure because I'm not that big of a Trailbreaker fan, and that's one of the things I like being a collector, is value for money. It's happened so many times with figures like this, with figures like Tesla, where I was interested in the FANSTOYS, but the price was just too big to me. Not that I couldn't afford it, but if there's another figure that's just as good in many aspects, the price point is the difference was too much. And competition is good, especially when you're collecting figures. It was great for when Omega Supreme came out. Initially, that FANSTOYS was the first one to come out, and that was what, like $400. Then DX9 came out, and the price point for the Omega Supreme for FANSTOYS dropped from like 400 to like 250, and that was because of competition. And now these figures are coming down in price because of competition. If there was, like with Perceptor, if X-TRANSBOT didn't drop theirs, then FANSTOYS would have stayed high, and I think it hurt their sales. And of course they dropped it because of it. Competition is always good for consumers because you get a better price deal. Same thing here. They're dropping the price on the FANSTOYS because in a few months the Takara one will also be coming out, so they want to try to sell these units. So competition makes it better for consumers because you get to spend less money and not let companies gouge you. I customized these cell shaded windows for my X-TRANSBOT because a lot of people complain about you can see through and you can see everything inside. Here it is from the side, here in the back, from the side. Here on the side it has these colors, and the bottom here is white. So where here it is more cartoon accurate with it being black and this also being black. Here you can see the wheel, but it's covered. Here you can see it, but beyond that, I mean, those are minor things. I would still say this seems more cartoon accurate in everything combined. And here we are with X-TRANSBOTS TOON version of Hoist peeing. They look good together. There they are together. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Trailbreaker. I'm an even less of a fan of Hoist. So I just got this one a long time ago, and this looks way better than the photos of the FANSTOYS version. Let's check out Articulation. There, that's the ab crunch. But do you really need an ab crunch when you can just bend it over? Here you cannot ab crunch it, but you can bend the figure over. Waist articulation here. From the side you have just about more than 90. The leg, more than 90. Comes out to the side a lot. You have here a lot of ankle tilt. Arm goes up and around. Goes out to the side. Now let's look at the X-TRANSBOTS. Waist articulation. The arm can go up and around. Go up to the side. On the side it goes up to about 90. Not as much as the FANSTOYS. Let's see, the leg goes up not even to 90, less. I'm not a big thing on that much articulation. I mean, I want it to be articulated, but nothing. Toe tilt, toe rocker. Leg comes out to there, out to the side. Here the head has more freedom to move. Here you can see, here there's nothing, like it's hollow, but the head is free to move around. Now on the FANSTOYS, the head is very much connected. If you see, there's a, here there's a tab that goes all the way through. And whenever you do this, see the whole tab comes up. So even when you stick it down and connect it, it moves, but it's way more restricted. If you do anything like that, this will come up a lot. On the X-TRANSBOTS, you can just move it around at will. There's nothing holding it. It's just a ball joint here. So there's way more restriction. I get the way it was engineered here. The nuances and differences between the two masterpiece scale Trailbreakers. TOON version AEGIS X-TRANSBOTS and FANSTOYS OUTRIDER. Take your pick.